Hello everyone, I am ESV.iakona, and this is my third video log. Thank you for everyone tuning in that have been watching the previous two. Thank you for your support and kind of just coming back and keep seeing more of my face and hearing more of my voice. It's nice. So the first thing I wanted to do is apologize. It's been like a week and a half I think since my last video log. That's because I actually had to go home, like back to my parents' home, and it's so I didn't really have, like, I had a laptop with me and it could kind of play Heroes, but I didn't really do much over there. I kind of took a break. I also didn't really have a webcam to record this with, so that's why I'm doing it now when I actually have some time and I've gotten back, caught up on some stuff. And yeah, the other thing is you can see that I actually got a haircut. Parents just kind of forced me to do it, and you can't really say no to them, so I ended up getting a haircut. Sorry for those that really liked my hair, but it will eventually grow back. Just give it some time, and I can get my hair back. So going back to Heroes, which I think is the reason why people are tuning in. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's where most people are listening to me. If not, thank you for your support and tuning in for whatever other reason. I don't know if you know me in real life or just stumbled or on YouTube and found my video, but thank you for that. But here's the storm. So since last time, Team Liquid announced that Sheth was going to be their captain, but they did not announce the rest of their roster. So, or at least at that point in time. But since that point, since last the video log, they've actually released the rest of their roster. So just kind of go over it. In addition to Sheth, they have Dunk Train, they have Caffeine, they have Biceps, and they have Pythix. But the unique thing is they actually have a dedicated coach, which is one of the first major instances of that happening in this game, and their coach is Oxygen. So that's interesting. Like, some of the teams out there have managers that kind of cover as coaches, but it is very interesting to actually have like a manager and a coach as like two separate things, two separate people. So be seeing how that will actually turn out. The other team among the four, for those that didn't tune in or can't quite remember, there's Fnatic, there's Cloud9, there's Team Liquid, and there's Evil Geniuses. Fnatic already released their roster, but Cloud9 had actually released their roster as well in that time, and it is formulated with a League players, which would be Bobby Hankhill, Bishu, Jinte, iDream, and Zuna are the five. So it will be very interesting to see how this team turns out, because this is the first major instance of like a team forward of like professional MOBA players for this game. Like, there's professional players that are on teams, like you have like you actually have like a MOBA player, Arthalon, that's on SMG, but most of the other teams just have like StarCraft pros and stuff. So this is be interesting to see how a team that is formed of MOBA pros who are actually doing this game. Like, this is technically a hero brawler, but it's basically a MOBA. It's more closely related to a MOBA than it is to an RTS. So there should be a lot more experience that those players can bring into this game versus having, like, sure, there's also like Fnatic has like half league, but it will be very interesting experience to see what having like 5 MOBA players. I think they're all MOBA. I'm pretty sure they are, but it'd be interesting to see what this team can do together with all this experience they've had in previous games, and what they can actually do in the short amount of time they have left to prepare for BlizzCon. And it would be very interesting to see what they do. They've been showing, my team's been scrimming them. I don't know. Well, we've scrimmed them a decent amount, and they've been showing some promise. So it'll be interesting to see how they shape up in another like 2 weeks or whenever it is when BlizzCon. I don't know. But be interesting to see how that actually plays. The other thing is Naniwa, who is on the Fnatic roster for BlizzCon, actually had an interview about Heroes. Well, it was an interview about him in general and esports, but he also had a little segment about Heroes of the Storm. And while I didn't quite agree with all of his points, but the thing is, he did do an interview, and you can't argue that Naniwa isn't known. He might not necessarily in everyone's eyes be known for in positive light, but he is still like a big person drumming up hype for this game. And at this point, there's a quote about Heroes of the Storm about him saying it's not quite in esports yet, which it kind of depends upon your definition of that. Like, if you're talking about esports as in like having a huge following, getting a lot of money in there, having a lot of tournaments, then sure, this game is not there. There's really no denying that. But if you're talking about esports is just in the scene, like kind of does it exist? Can the game be played at that type of level? If he's talking about like that, I would kind of disagree because there is a scene. You can't really deny that, and it is, in my opinion, played at a pretty high level. So I don't like. I guess you can make an argument, but I don't like. The game has potential to be played at a higher level of thinking. So I don't know. Like, you got to take what he says with a grain of salt. But he also, like, who am I? Like, I'm not an expert by any means, but you can take what I say with a grain of salt too. It's just kind of my personal opinions and whatnot. But that it was just kind of interesting when I saw that article. It was posted somewhere on Reddit. Other things. So the game is oh yeah. So I've actually been doing custom games since last time. I don't think I actually said I did customs. So I've been actually doing customs now, and it's actually pretty useful. You get to select the map. You can kind of do that before or after, but the idea of just kind of having this map there that you can select and then play on it, that it really makes scrims a lot easier. You don't have to worry about hitting people in queues. The other nice thing is you can actually get 2 observers. That it's basically like watching a replay live, like you have global vision. So there's been some complaints that people can like cheat that way, and because it's not on a delay or something, but you have to invite the players, like someone to do that, and it's, I don't know, like it should be on your own. Like, why would you cheat in a scrim? And in matches, the only observers you're gonna be having are like the casters. So I guess you could make an argument that people could watch the stream and what, but like, I don't know, people are making a bigger deal about that. The main, like, it's kind of a small gripe, but the thing is, whenever you change maps in the lobby, it will actually kick everyone out that's not in your party, I believe, and you have to kind of reinvite everyone, because the party system and the custom game lobby system are kind of 2 separate entities, and you can have a party where your party members are on both teams and stuff, so it's kind of confusing, but that's just kind of some minor gripe. It's still technical alpha, so it'll eventually get fixed. It's just kind of annoying whenever you're like, oh crap, wrong map, and got to remake the lobby, explain to people this happens, and then they're like, what does that mean? Why did you kick me? Why didn't, like, I don't know. But eventually people will catch on, and then also like the fact that after every game you have to keep remaking the lobby, but compared to what it was before, this is phenomenally better. Thank you, Blizzard, for coming out with this before BlizzCon or before beta. Making our life a lot easier. And yeah, so thank you again for tuning in for my 3rd video log. There will be more to come. If you want to learn more about me or watch my streamers, stuff like that, it's all going to be in the comments box below. At least I hope it is. This is kind of hard, but I hope it is down there. It should be. But thank you again for tuning in. I am ESV.iakona, and I look forward to seeing your comments, or look forward to you guys watching the video. I don't really know, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? Alright. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will make another vlog within the week. I'm gonna try to do this on a weekly basis. So I look forward to seeing you guys again in a week.